on him.
Welcome to Fish North Georgia's The Guide. Here's Chris Gayton.
Good afternoon, Fish North Georgia. Here to talk a little, or give you a little fishing update from May the 2nd, Lathem Reservoir. So we went out, kind of a bluebird day, tough day, one of the days that you typically wouldn't pick for a fun day of fishing, except it was just beautiful outside, weather was nice. Water temp was in the mid 60s. Earlier this year that water temp got up the high 60s, 68, 69. But with the cold nights we've been having, a cold front, the water temperatures come back down in the mid 60s again. It's kind of got the fish in a little bit of a awkward position right now. Water clarity, it was clear all the way up to the waterfall split. So if you take the split to go to the waterfall, that was a little bit murky. It stays that way pretty much throughout the year in that arm of the lake. Hopefully this, in the next couple weeks, we're going to see the topwater bite really turn on. But one thing I did throw first thing in the morning was a topwater bait, a walking style bait. This is an Ima. It's just, I like it. I can get a lot of distance out of it. As you can see, it's been beat up pretty good. Feathered back hook. I change out all my hooks on it. Just something I do. I always put a red hook up front. This is a chrome bait. Really, there's two colors for me. It's white or it's chrome. On your sunny days, you're going to want a chrome bait. On your cloudy days, you'll want a white bait. It's got a lot of sound to it for calling those fish up, and I can work this bait. I can make a lot of commotion in a small area, meaning that I'm jumping that bait back and forth, and there's not a lot of movement forward. It's just it's setting in one area, and I like to really throw that bait throughout the year, or throughout topwater season, I should say it that way. It was tough though. The topwater bite hasn't really turned on yet. It's getting there. We're just weeks away. A nice warm week. I think the topwater bite will be really good. On your cold fronts, it's going to back off a little bit. Caught a lot of fish on this little guy. You'll see me talk about these a lot. This is a Kitech 3.3 on a little swim bait head. Again, I vary the size of the head on the depth of the fish that I'm marking. I'm using my graph to see what depth those fish are at, and then varying my the weight of my head so I can swim that little bait through them. That's in a thread fin pattern. Another thing that's going to be coming up, I know I'm going back and forth here, but this guy, it's a Georgia blade. I think this is their 6-inch spoon. Man, when that bite turns on, I love it. It's really works well for those suspended fish that are with bait, and I'm finding those with my graph, backing off and throwing this spoon and letting it kind of flutter through them, ripping it up, and then letting it flutter back down again. That's coming up very quickly as well. Another bait that worked really well for me on Sunday was just a standard Zoom fluke. Just keeping it kind of subsurface. Those fish aren't really committing to the top water like I wanted to, so I just backed up that top water with a fluke. Got a lot of bites on that. Another thing that I caught fish on, and I'm kind of all over the place, I know, but I was just doing what I could to catch the fish. It's a Castleberry 1/2-ounce jig. It's a living rubber. It's in green pumpkin orange pattern. And I just got a Gary Yamamoto twin tail grub on there. Great bait. I think I said it in my last video. I've had this bait tied on for about a month, and I've still no battle scars as of yet. Not many jig companies you can say that about. So also the drop shot. That's one thing you can always turn to when the fishing's tough to catch a few fish. This one's got about a 18-inch, maybe a 20-inch leader on it because I was casting it. It was a little bit longer than that. I think I lost a weight, but it started out about 24 inches. 7-pound line, fluorocarbon to braid, and a Softy lures, 5-inch meat getter, and the melon, or morning melon, I'm sorry. And you can see it's got a nice pink bottom there and a melon top. I actually didn't use that bait till a couple of weeks ago. The guys here at Fish North Georgia was telling me about it. I picked it up, and I've been to 2 lakes and caught fish on both lakes with them now, so it's a great bait. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in the next couple of weeks, I think we got a cold front coming up the end of this week. It's supposed to get down in the low 40s, highs in the low 60s. You know, that's probably going to have another effect on that topwater bait, or push it a little further back. But I think in the weeks following, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, the topwater bite should be awesome. And with the topwater bait comes this bite, which is a bite that I love, and a good friend of mine, Tim White, is probably going to not like me talking about this, but that spoon bite is going to be awesome. That's really all I have. I mean, that was my lineup for this last weekend. That will continue to be my lineup for probably the next couple of weeks at both Lathem and Hickory Log. You know, we'll be out there. We'll see what's changing, and we'll let you know. Everybody have a great evening. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the guide here at Fish North Georgia. Our mission is to build a community of anglers to give you the best and latest information to make your day on the water more successful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the bell so you'll be notified of any future content. Make sure you check us out at fishnorthgeorgia.com, where we carry a large variety of bait manufacturers from here in the North Georgia area. So we appreciate you being part of our community, and we'll see you soon.